What's up everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. You're watching Shoe DIY, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to bow lace your Vans Super Lowpro. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to bow lace your Vans Super Lowpro. Now before we start the tutorial, just to say, obviously I'm going to be lacing mine on the table, but I recommend that you slide your feet into your shoes because it will allow you to adjust the laces to fit your feet far more accurately, and it will give you a more comfortable fit. When we get up to here as well, I'm going to show you how you can finish off the lacing style to make it a tighter fit on your foot. So let's get into it. Just to say as well that before I start lacing up the right shoe, I did actually iron my laces. That gives you a really nice smooth look with your bows. But I would recommend that you place your lace between some old cloth to protect it from the iron. So let's get started. So we're going to be placing the lace down through that outside first hole on the outside of the shoe. So bring your lace through. And then we're going to take it out through the opposite first hole. And then we're going to make sure that the laces are the same length on both sides by bringing the ends together and pulling up. Now it's quite tight as it goes through the holes on the suede, so you'll need to instead look for getting the right tension, the same amount of tension on both sides. So if one's a little bit slack, which this is, just pull through until you've got the same length. And then we're going to take the lace and make ourselves a knot. So bring your lace over, just do one knot, and then you're going to try and get that directly in the middle there. And then from there we're going to make a bow. So just bring your lace over, wrap round from the front and make a loop. And we're going to try and aim for the bow sitting right in the middle. So I'm going to pull on it. Now you don't want it too wide, and you want to be able to match the one that you've already got. So pull it in to make a cute little bow. Pull nice and tight. And then we're going to take the lace and we're going to bring it over the bow so that both ends come out down here, because then we're going to thread them into the next two holes. So I'm just going to make sure that I've placed my bow nice and flat first, and that the two loops are the same as each other, so they match. And then I'm going to take the outside lace and bring it down through that second hole on the outside of the shoe, making sure it goes down into the hole nice and flat. Then I'm going to bring the other side down to that second hole on the inside of the shoe. I'm going to catch the lace on my finger to make sure I'm drawing it down nice and flat. And then before I move on, I'm just going to make sure that I've adjusted those bows so they look right in the middle and they're looking super cute and equal. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the inside lace, you're going to go underneath and you're going to bring it up through the third hole. So again, try and get it flat even on the underside here. Then the outside lace is going to go underneath and out through that third hole on the outside of the shoe. Then you're going to bring your laces back together, make yourself a knot. If it has twisted a little bit, just turn it around, you get that nice smooth look as it comes out the hole. And again, you want to make yourself a knot, take it centrally placed. Now at this point as well, I need to say that you'd be wearing your shoe so you'd have it all nicely bulked out. I'm not, so I'm going to put a pair of socks in. So this is an alternative way that you could do it if you don't want to do it on your feet. You're just trying to make sure that it feels like it's as wide as it would be if you're wearing the shoe. So center up that knot, make yourself a loop, bring your lace round and make yourself a second loop. And again, the aim is to get that knot right in the middle of your shoe. And then you want to match up the width of your laces with what you've already got. So just need to adjust them a little bit. I'm going to bring that one over to match mine coming over here. Like that. Pull them nice and tight. And then when you're happy with them, you're going to take these two ends and you're going to bring them down the next two holes. So I'm going to take the outside lace, bringing it down through that 4th hole on the outside of the shoe. Make sure it's coming down nice and flat. Then I'm going to take that inside lace, bring it down through the 4th hole on the inside of the shoe. And you've still got time now to check your lace and just make sure that it's the same as one there. So if one's a little bit too wide, you can just bring it down now and bring your lace through like that. So then we're going to take the inside lace and we're going to bring it up through that 5th hole. And take the outside lace and bring it up through the 5th hole. And making sure your lace is coming out nice and flat. Don't forget you can twist it a little bit to give that nice smooth look. And then we're going to make ourselves our last knot, keeping it nice and central. Pull it in a little bit for that more comfortable fit on your foot, otherwise you're going to end up having quite a loose fit. And then we're going to make our 3rd bow like that. So I'm just going to adjust it, going to bring that one over so it fits the bows that I've already made, and then I'm just going to adjust them, make sure they're all looking the same. It's a little bit longer like that. Pull it nice and tight. And then these 2 ends of the laces are going to go down through the next holes. So bring them down into the hole, nice and snug, and again down into the hole. Then go back to your bow and adjust it. Just bring it up. And then there's 2 ways you can go with this really. You can either take these 2 ends underneath your tongue and tie them into a knot, which is obviously going to sit on the top of your foot. Or if you want to instead, if I just turn the shoe around so I can show you, where you've got that lace coming out there, as long as you're happy with all your bows and you don't want to adjust them in any way, then you can make yourself a knot that sits right close to that hole. So all you'll need to do is to make a loop, then you want to bring the end of the lace up through the loop, and you want to push it into place as tightly close to that hole, that last hole as you can. So snuggle it down next to that hole and push it into place like that. And you're going to do the same on the other side. So turn it around to show you again. We're just going to make a loop. We're going to bring the end of the lace up through the loop, and then we're going to work it down towards the hole. Now if it hasn't gone down far enough, just loosen off your loop a little bit and push it down again until it gets right close to that hole like that. And then that will not allow that lace there to work itself out. So you can then tuck those down either side. Just going to pull that out again. I pulled that in a little bit too much, and that should keep your lace nice and comfortably in place like that. So there you've got your super cute bows on your Vans Super Lowpro, and now I'm going to show you what they look like on feet. So there you have your bow-laced Vans Super Lowpro. Before I finish, I just want to give you one last tip, and that is if you find that when you take your light coloured laces through your black suede, it picks up little dots of black suede, an easy way to resolve that is just to get a little bit of sellotape and to very lightly go over your laces just where you've got the black dots of suede and just lift them off. Don't go too heavy with the sellotape though, otherwise you might end up with fluffy laces. So there you have one more tip to help you get the most out of your shoes. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and for future videos, subscribe. Until the next time, thanks for watching.